Warning, this vlog may make you crave countryside cafes and mountain views. This weekend, we visit the coziest small town in my country, full of food, coffee, fairs, and fun. Keep watching for a calm POV of days off in nature. We are headed to Boquete, a town that is in the countryside, pretty far from the city, actually about 8 hours away by car. We got to see the sunset on the way there and it was so beautiful. The countryside obviously is like full of nature and greenery, so it was like pretty much a perfect scenario. When we arrived, we actually went to a restaurant called Nomad that was so beautiful and so cozy. They had a bar and they had like such a beautiful inside and outside. We actually went to the outside part to eat and they had a fireplace, and I ordered the steak with truffled fries. The next day we went to lunch in a resort called 𝙚SOCIALS, and I don't think 𝙚SOCIALS was like that good, to be honest. The place overall is really nice, but I just would not think that the restaurant is that good. I ordered a steak with potato puree and broccoli, and probably the best part about that meal was the puree. Afterwards, we did go to get coffee at 𝐚TAGS specialty coffee. That place was just so amazing. They had a little cafe, a shop with their merch and some coffee essentials. They had a history part. It's mostly a coffee farm, and of course they had a place where they do coffee classes. I ordered an iced latte. That is usually my go-to, and it was so delicious and full of caffeine. My mom actually got a cappuccino, which I thought was pretty good. My brother got a chocolate frappuccino, and we shared coffee cake and coffee ice cream. I would give the coffee ice cream a 9.5 out of 10, and the coffee I think is a 10 out of 10. The highlight of the place, however, was the balcony with a view of the mountains. We could just see everything from there, and the sky was so blue. Everything just looked so beautiful. At night, we went to dinner in the Panama Hotel, which is one of the best known hotels in the town. It has one of the best rated restaurants there, and the chef is very famous. We actually met with my best friend and her cousin. They were both really fun to hang out with, and obviously I had to order myself a salmon to redeem the mid salmon taste that I had ordered earlier. I ordered the salmon in cedar bark with agrilet sauce. Obviously, it was so good, but I did remember it to be a little bit better, so I would give it like an 8.5. And the fries were actually truffled. We obviously talked almost all the time. Tell us, what do you get?
I got a salmon with teriyaki sauce and potato. Mashed potatoes, yeah.
Mashed potatoes. Then we went to explore the hotel, and it never ceases to amaze me that the hotel is just so beautiful. The next day was probably our best day ever because we went to an eco park called Cerro de la Cruz, which is literally translated to Hill of the Cross. They had a viewpoint of the mountains and the town, and it was so full of flowers and nature and greenery, and it was so incredible. I have no words. Actually, when we entered, we had to go through like a little bridge. My mom was jumping on the bridge, but we weren't really supposed to do that, so don't tell on her. We also went to a slide called La Avalancha, which was almost like tubing without the snow, and it was so much fun, you guys. That was so cool. Now we're like lifting our what's this called? The tube? This thing. They also had a farm right there. We actually couldn't go to the farm because it was closed for the public at that moment, but we did get to see a ton of animals. There were some peacocks, there were ponies, goats, and there was even a donkey. And they actually had a coffee shop plus a little merch stand in the other side of the park, which we went to. They had mostly religious merch because the park, obviously, as I said, Hill of the Cross. They have a ton of things that are themed to religion, but anybody can go, and it's honestly pretty enjoyable. I ordered an iced latte in the coffee shop, and the coffee shop was actually pretty decent. They also had a little artist display that was themed to Friends, and you could take pictures in it, which was really cool, and I did take a few ones. Then we also passed through another bridge. We didn't jump this time, or well, my mom didn't jump this time, and we could see almost everything from here. And we got to see so many animals. The park had incredible views, and I think I've mentioned that a lot, but I am being totally serious. They had so many things to see. Like, they had also like a little park for kids, but I didn't really record that. I only have pictures of it. Later in the day, we went to the International Flowers and Coffee Festival, which is something that is always done in Boquete. They had so many displays of flowers there, as obviously the name of the fair states. This year was themed to orchids, so they had like a contest to see who could get the best looking orchid, and there were like several categories and stuff. The fair had a ton of things, like for example, not only the flower displays, but also a little talent show. They had shops with a ton of things. They also had like cows in the festival, which was pretty strange, but I still felt like it was pretty cool because, you know, it's something that I don't get to see every day. They also had a carnival with like rides you could go on, but I didn't do that, so instead I just took some pictures. At night, we went to dinner in a place called The Rock, and I ordered a hot chocolate and a classic Angus beef cheeseburger. The place was actually so insanely beautiful. They had like fairy lights in the roof. The hot chocolate was delicious, by the way. I genuinely felt like I was so full after having it though, so I could not finish my burger, but they did give us marshmallows at the end of our food, so we could go toast them in the fireplace that they had outside. And let me tell you, that was like one of the most heartwarming experiences ever. And my dad gave me his other marshmallows so I could toast it as well. And they had a little park, so we chilled out there for a few seconds. I felt like this trip was just so cool. I know I yapped a lot in this video and it was mostly voiceover, but I still hope you enjoyed regardless. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know it was a little bit different to what I usually do, so if you like this kind of videos, let me know down in the comments. And of course, I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for sticking around, and I will see you.
Bruh.